How's it going, guys? Very quick review of a new product that I'm just gonna test out for the first time. So as you can see, my quad fits into quite a small backpack, ready to fly, because we now have some folding props. These are DALPROP, DAL, 5.1 inch basically. So yeah, just arrived today and I just thought I'd do a very quick first impressions, let you know if there's any problems. Bit breezy today, but lovely evening, so I thought I may as well, yeah, have a little quick test flight and see how we go. But yeah, you know, I think in an ideal world you'll just stick to regular props because there's more things to break on these, but I think they've got okay reviews. You know, we'll see how it goes, but I just really like the fact that, especially if you're, you know, on the motorbike and what have you, I love the fact that, you know, you can just pop it in quite a small bag, pull it out and have a fly, put it away again. I often end up taking my props on and off, on and off, on and off, and putting my stuff in a small backpack so that I'm not carrying too much on the motorbike. So I like the idea of these. Anyway, let's go for a quick fly and I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, let's do a quick test flight. No GoPro. See what it feels like. Okay. Make sure there's no one around. Yeah, kind of feels normal. Let's give it a good blast. Okay. I would say that that does feel a little bit less punch than what I'm used to. Oh, great evening though, isn't it? Look at this. But feels fine. I think for cruising this will be fine. Yeah, I can't see this being problematic. But yeah, it does feel like there's slightly less punch than I get with the Ethics ones that I normally fly. I think you just generally have a little bit less propeller because of the sort of stem eating into the space a little bit. But yeah, I feel okay. Nothing too bad there. Don't know, definitely just feel like slightly less punch, slightly less thrust than I'm used to. I'll stick the GoPro on, get a couple of shots, and then I'll make my mind up. I went for a little rip. None of the motors are hot. They're a bit floppier than I would have expected. I thought there'd be a little bit more tension, and I really did squeeze them down. They come disassembled and you have to put them together yourself. But I really cranked them down as tight as I could by hand. But yeah, no hot motors. Yeah, I would say it just feels like there's slightly less thrust. I would say that was the only slight only thing I can notice. Sound wise, they sound very similar to standard props, possibly a tiny bit quieter even. So yeah, okay, let's put the GoPro on. Okay, so a little test with a bigger battery and the GoPro, so quite a bit more weight, and it feels like the wind's picking up a bit as well. So let's see what this feels like. Just keep away from that guy over there. Mainly empty beach here. And I'm flying into the wind right now. But yeah, it feels okay. It's just definitely feels like I have to rev up a little bit harder to get the same results. Just feels a little bit slower and weaker, especially with this, especially with the bigger battery. It's an 1800 milliamp battery, and the GoPro. And I've left the GoPro on auto shutter with no ND because I want to see if there's any jello or any other little sort of shaky issues. Yeah, I think it's okay. Definitely is not a big difference, that's for sure. But I do feel like I'm having to push the throttle a little bit harder to get the same kind of response that I'm used to. But you know, if you're doing this sort of cruising kind of, you know, cinematic shots, you know, that's fine anyway. Okay, I think I've seen enough to make sure there's no one around. They're all good. Just flying it near so you can get an idea of what it sounds like. I'll fly my wind slightly. Possibly slightly higher pitch than the other, my standard props. Not overly noisy or anything. Okay. There you go. I don't know if you heard any of that roll of wind, but yeah, it just feels like you've lost a tiny bit of power. So it feels like the battery is a little bit sort of towards the end of the battery rather than like a fresh punchy battery. So a little bit of grip and a little bit of thrust, but minimal. I mean, it's hard to tell just from feel, isn't it? But maybe like 10% or something. But you know, for convenience, I don't think that's too bad. Anyway, there you go guys. Very, very quick first impressions and overall kind of review of these things. Whether they hold up to a couple of tumbles, I don't know. Probably not as good as proper props, but you know, like I said, if you just want to throw something in your bag quickly and get it out and fly it and then put it back in the bag again, this might not be a bad option. I don't know. Worth a try anyway. There you guys, that's my tuppence worth on these things. Worth a try and minimal performance loss for what I do. If you absolutely rip or if you race or something, clearly these aren't going to be for you. But for messing around and sort of cruising and just getting a shot here, getting a shot there, and maybe you want to, you know, get it out your bag, fly it, grab a shot, and then put it back in your bag and then go. Might well be quite good for that. Anyway, let's see. Hope that's useful, guys. I'll catch you later.